Big up, everybody! It's your girl, Sophie Soph, back here on Sofia's Football Talk to discuss, obviously, Champions League. What a epic round of games we had last week in the first leg. And this time we're going to be previewing the second leg, focusing on certain games, of course, more than others. But I'm excited. Even though Man United is not there, I still will be watching. I still will be heavily involved and, locked in. So before we talk about all of that, make sure you give this video here a big thumbs up and, of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as we are on the road to 10K subscribers by the end of this year. Consider becoming a team member as well. Another way to help support the channel's growth by becoming a channel member. Link is in the description box and pinned in the chat. Big up, Ed. Hope you're doing well. Yes, indeed. Smash the like button. Big up, Unknown. Hope you're doing well, broski. And big up, good evening to you, Bart. Or technically, good afternoon. Here in Norway, it's afternoon. So big up to you. Let's start to talk about, you know what? I want to talk about the games for tomorrow. So Aston Villa versus PSG, where so far, obviously in the first leg, PSG won 3-1 at home in Paris. But Villa, they had opportunities with the goals of, let's see here. We had, because I thought it was Doué, or Rogers first, technically, in the 31st minute. Doué, who's been cooking, Kvaratskhelia with a wonderful goal, 2-1. And then in the 92nd minute, Nuno Mendes made it 3-1. So it'll be difficult for Aston Villa to kind of, do a little bit of a comeback, but it's not impossible. If there's anybody that you think, if they could do something, it should be Villa, especially with having Unai Emery as their manager. The guy is a veteran in Europe, especially in Europa League, of course. I know in Champions League, with the whole, when he was the PSG coach, and you had Luis Enrique, who now is the PSG manager, who did have a proper comeback against PSG for Barcelona a few years back. So I believe Unai Emery would like to have a proper revenge, and it can happen. It would be like, Bart says here, it could be a proper fairy tale indeed. And I'm not going to lie, I don't have any issue with PSG, but I hope Villa can do it. I think that would be pretty dope if that happens. So my hope is that Villa can do it. I really hope so. Emery knows how to win knockout games, as he's the Europa League goal. If his Real side beat 10 knocks Ajax 2. Yep, exactly. Yes. And, with Sevilla as well over the years, come on, the guy won multiple Europa Leagues. Like, the guy, he knows how to win. Either way, it's going to be an interesting game. My prediction for the game, though, I'm going to say, I'm going to say 2-1 Villa, and that Villa, like in extra time, gets another goal. So in aggregate, if my math is correctly, it'll be 4-3 on aggregate. That's what I'm going to say. I have a feeling Villa might do something. But at the same time, PSG, no mugs. They could comfortably do it as well. I think it'll be a bit more tighter than what, pause, by the way, than people would assume, as things stands right now. But that's just what I'm thinking. Let me know your score prediction for this particular game as well, as we move on to the next one. So the next one is Dortmund Barcelona. We're not going to sit and spend too much time on this game because, respectfully, Barca got the job done 4-0. at home with like that game was just I had it on the background, but for me, like I was just watching, and when the fourth goal, technically when the third goal came, I said, "Nah, it's a wrap. It's a genuine wrap." Rafinha got the first goal. To be fair, that should have been a Kubarsi goal because that was shameless, that tap in that Rafinha did. I mean, the game's a game. I get it. With you want to get more and more GA. I hear it. I believe yes. What is it, 50 or 55 GA? Like he's having a pretty remarkable season, Rafinha. So big up to the guy, like who when he first came to Barcelona, I think not a lot of people was that excited, but he's turned things around. Big him up, 100%. Looking good. Lewandowski scored a brace. One in the 48th minute, another one in the 67th minute, and Yamal to make it 4-0 at the very end. And he was that guy. Seeing that kid play football, it's beautiful. I feel like there's hope for this generation when you see players like that just do well. They get you off your seat with a little shimmy shimmy, expressiveness. And I'm like, please do not dare to try to modify that. Like let the kid prosper because he's special. He really is. And it annoys me because I don't really like Barcelona like that whatsoever, but he's good. Does Dortmund have a chance? No, not at all. Not at all. They don't. It will be insane, but it won't happen. I'm letting you know. Barcelona can just chill, kalas, relax. 4-0, Dortmund ain't gonna turn that around. That ain't happening. They have to have help from a proper higher power by getting like multiple penalties, getting people sent off. Then I'll say they got a chance. They should capitalize. Other than that, I'm gonna say no. I just don't see Dortmund doing it. So yeah, Rafinha for Ballon d'Or. If Barcelona ends up winning the Champions League, then yeah. The thing is, though, they might try to kind of push the Yamal narrative more. Maybe, maybe that would be what the Catalonians do. I don't know. I don't know. We have to wait and see. Either way, big up to my broski, Uncle Sharma. Come on, people, show him some love. Subscribe to his channel. ASAP makes into the content, great content, may I add. So big up to him. Says, let's get another W against Bayern on Wednesday and send Megamind Company home. That's a funny comment. Yes. I will be talking about that game a little bit later, but Forza Inter, I think we'll get the job done for sure, but you never know. Forza Inter indeed. Barca's Yamal is already ahead of Garnacho and Meno. I mean, I love Mr. Meno, but it's like, first and foremost, they don't even play the same position. But like, regardless, it's no debate. It's no debate. Like, he's clear of every and anybody, like youngster. He's way clear. Yeah. And I can openly admit that. No shame in that. No shame in that. The fact that you put Garnacho in the same sentence, it's just, ugh. Really? Either way, let's move on. Keep getting likes up. Let me know what your prediction is for this game. Dortmund versus Barca. I'm just gonna say maybe Dortmund gets like, since they're at home, a consolation goal, but it ends up being, or maybe Dortmund. You know what? I'm gonna say Dortmund get a goal, Barca win it 2-1, 6-1 in aggregate. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, I think it's time. The really exciting ones are on Wednesday. So the Wednesday ones, obviously, of course, you have the Real Madrid, Arsenal, the Inter Bayern. I will be tuned in for both, of course. And y'all know me. Love Man United. Outside of Man United, I've always had a soft spot for Inter. So with Inter, let's maybe start off with that game first, actually. So with Inter Bayern, Inter won 2-1 at the very end against Bayern in the Allianz Arena last Tuesday with a wonderful goal by Lautaro Martinez in the 38th minute. Muller made it a equalizer in the 85th minute. I'm thinking, dang, if anyhow this lot bottles it, we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight. We're gonna throw hands. We will have to square up because did the same thing to a part where we were 2-0 up, completely messed it up 2-2. So I was scared. I ain't gonna lie. Bayern kept going. But Inter's defense kept it on the wraps. So very happy with Fratesi getting a goal in the 88th minute, I believe, like scored in the exact same minute as a previous Bayern into the game years back, I believe in 2011. So yeah, history just repeated itself. 2-1. So very important result, good result to go into the San Siro. But a suspended Lautaro Martinez, bummer. I still do think that Inter should get the job done, though, respectfully. Especially with the fact that you have multiple injuries for Bayern, should get the job done. Yes, there's injuries Inter have as well, but I have a feeling that Inter will lead the way, make sure that you know it's going to be a win there, and we go through. Then we'll meet the Barcelona in the semifinal, which is not going to be easy whatsoever. But I still will back Inter to do it. Will Bayern have the Kane curse? I mean, Kane missed the sitter in the opening minutes against Inter. So yeah, maybe a curse, but I think stands he gonna win the Bundesliga. We know that. That's done. But ain't gonna be no Champions League. Knock on wood. Like imagine me saying all of this and then Inter suddenly gets knocked out. That will hurt me. Respectfully. That will hurt me. So hopefully that will not be the case whatsoever. But we have to wait and see. Big up Erasmus, hope you're doing well. Big up Everest says Interbind is more to look out for. To be honest, other games are almost done. Yeah, that game is still very open. That is a good point. When you look at the thing is though, it's both that one, but also do not sleep on the Villa PSG game. You might look done, but might not necessarily be done. But yeah, the Inter the Bayern game definitely is a lot more open. I realized I have, by the way, it's going to be Inter here, the home team, and then Bayern, the away team. I just realized I kind of messed that up, but ignore my mistake here. We'll fix that for the live reaction for tomorrow and on Wednesday. Simone Inzaghi is the next Italian coach to come to the Premier League. United will suit him as they have a trainer with 3 at the back. I generally don't see Inzaghi leaving right now. And if he's gonna leave, I just don't see him. I know he's been linked with Spurs. I don't see that happen. That would be a madness if he does that, because then I will look at him sideways. I would love Inzaghi at Man United, because he was my second option. I said Ruben Amorim wasn't my number one choice. Mine was Nagelsmann, Inzaghi, and then Ruben Amorim third. That was the list of priorities in regards to managers/head coaches. That was that for me. And Amorim is here. Obviously, we're not going to make this a Man United stream because we talk so much Man United on this channel either way. So we will dive into Man United talks on Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. But Simone Inzaghi, brilliant coach. I hope Inter wins the Champions League. I genuinely hope and pray Inter can do it. That would be wonderful. But it won't be easy. It won't be easy. But yeah, so let me know your prediction for the Bayern Inter game. I'm gonna say Inter wins it 2-1 again. So it's going to be 4-2 on aggregate. That's what I'm going to say. Once I get to those, you just tune in. Lautaro Martinez is suspended for this game. I'll see you to them then start. I'm thinking, yeah. What if he ends up maybe also starting Arnautovic as he did score very recently? Maybe Saturday against Cagliari. Maybe. maybe he might be like, you know what? You never know. You never know. I don't know what he's going to do. It's going to be quite interesting. But I'm just thinking 2-1 Inter. I think Inter gets the job done. It won't be easy. It won't be smooth sailing whatsoever. I will probably be hell on my toes. But yeah. What happened to Onana? That's interesting. Is an interview. Are you surprised? Yes, I expected a lot more from Onana, but hey, we move. We move. So let's move on to the final game, which is Real Madrid Arsenal. I mean, that game on paper with a spectacular win result performance from Arsenal 3-0. Okay, we had Declan Rice, brace of free kicks. Incredible. Incredible. Will they do it again? I don't know. Merino at the very end. Camavinga's going to miss the game due to being suspended. Got himself a second yellow card. Kicking the ball away. I feel like they're not being hella consistent with that because there's been multiple times in other games where I do see players kick the ball away and they don't get a yellow. So I wish they could be a bit more consistent because I don't see it. Respectfully, I don't see the consistency. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it actually is. So we're going to just move. Either way, I do hope Arsenal bottles it as well, Rasmus. I really hope they do. I beg. I'm going to inject it. Hello, Ale. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. I really, really hope and pray that Arsenal just completely messes it up. Just imagine if that can actually happen, though, right? Imagine if that actually can happen. Wouldn't that be quite brilliant, huh? Wouldn't that be just amazing? Quite frankly, great. I think that would be dope. But will it happen? I don't know. Highly unlikely, though. Let me know your score prediction also for this particular game, because I'm not going to lie. I'm letting you know if Arsenal dares to bottle this and Real Madrid by a miraculous way goes through to the semifinal, oh, it will be a generational disaster, generational bottling from Arsenal. And I am injecting all of that to my veins and manifesting that to happen because I'm not gonna lie. My team is in the gutter. I need more to join us in the gutter. Just imagine bottling it. You're 3-0 up. All you need to do, you can sit back, you beat them on the counter, just kalas. But imagine though, they're gonna, because let's say early on in the first half, Wednesday, at the Santiago Bernabeu, let me paint you a picture right now, people. And you suddenly get, let's say Mbappe scores. Early. It's 3-1 now, aggregate. Let's say again, another goal, 3-2. Oh, you just need one more goal. And then it's on. It is on. And second half, they drag it out. Suddenly, boom, 3-3. Bellingham out of nowhere, boom. And then in extra time, they get a penalty. Then he scores 4-3. I'm even, I want that to happen so bad. I don't see it happening, but you never know. You never know. Pub says, Viva el Real Madrid. Hala Madrid is all I'm going to say. I will be a Madrista for that game on Wednesday. You have no idea. Big up Ale says, I have a lot of respect for United. I hope you recover soon. Inter fan. Come on, Forza Inter. I also, love Inter. So big up to you. Hope you're doing well. Big up to you. I appreciate the love. Now, guys, I'm just like, anyhow that happens. Would be great though. But will that be the case? I don't know. I generally don't know. I generally don't know if that particularly will be the case. Respectfully, get the likes, somebody. We got 10 likes. I think we can get the likes even higher. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good game either way, regardless of what happens. What Arsenal did last week was brilliant. What Declan Rice did last week was amazing. So I'm not going to take anything away from them. But that game won't matter if they don't go through, you know, right? Because then a lot of people are just focusing on the amazing comeback from Real Madrid. The Champions League heritage. That's what they're going to focus a lot more on instead of a Declan Rice double, a brace of free kicks, like respectfully. That's what I think, at least. And as we said, it's hard for me to wish anything good for Real Madrid as I hate both teams, but my hate for Arsenal is stronger. I don't really hate Real Madrid like that. I hate Real Madrid. I never really hated it. To be fair, no. I don't. But I hear what you're saying. I just, like with Arsenal, I don't like Arsenal, respectfully. So Arsenal they can, like, bun them. Ed says, I predict Arsenal gonna haram up the place. Real probably wins 1-0. They might. Yeah. The thing also with Real Madrid is, see, they have to then score 3 goals at least to be able to, like, still be in the mix, get, within, like, that full time, get a draw, right? But they also then have to kind of rely on Arsenal as well not scoring goals. And I don't see Arsenal not scoring 1 goal at least. That's why I feel like I don't see Real Madrid going through. They might make it difficult. They will show up. They will be up for it 100%. It's the Santiago Bernabeu. They will be up for it. By no means will they not be up for it. They will. They will. 100%. Oh, only time I hated Madrid was when R9 tore us up at OT. Damn. I hear you, Ed. Sid says, yo, what's good? Big up. Make sure you subscribe to Sid. Hope you're doing well. Into Bayern again. Big up. To be honest, Sofia, my club may as well not turn up to San Siro. Just take the forfeit. No, you gotta believe. Come on. It's not over yet. You gotta, where is the, where's the belief? Sid, come on. You're better than this. You gotta believe. Before saying it, though, respectfully. Yeah. And as well, Real Madrid not having Camavinga, it will not be easy. Because yes, he got himself sent off. I still felt like he was more of the better place, in my opinion, with trying to move the ball forward. But not a lot of other players was on the same wavelength as him, in my humble opinion. Big game players gotta show up. Bellingham gotta show up. Vinny gotta show up. Mbappe gotta show up. Rodrigo gotta show up. Valverde, they gotta show up. They have to show up. If not, they don't stand a chance. Arsenal could just be like, yo, we cool. Y'all take the ball. We cool over here. If we get one opportunity, we try scoring that in Kalas. We make sure y'all don't score. And if you do score, we make sure that we score. So it'll be harder for you to come back. That's what I would do, at least. Does it look like I am Robbie? That's funny. On a real note, though, you guys are really good. Hey, Inter are kind of cool. A lot of people ain't really focusing on Inter like that. A lot of people talking about the Barcelona, the PSG, the Arsenal, the Real Madrid, but are y'all really talking about Inter? I don't think you are. Well, you should. You should, people. I feel like you guys are not respected because exactly the technical ability takes are overpushed and you are known for adapting to opposition. Right? Telling you, people, I've been watching so many Inter games this season, especially. A lot of them. And Inter in, like, the league compared to the cup games is different. The league would be all over the place, to be fair. Still in the top of it. I really hope that Napoli drops points, though, today. I beg. But we have to wait and see with that. Dembele, Derby, UCL, final PSG, Barcelona will be there. I think a lot of people are maybe focusing on and hoping that could be the case. El Clasico final, first one, that could be epic as well. The thing is, if Inter doesn't do it, then I would love to see an El Clasico final. If not an El Clasico final, then I would love to see a PSG and Barca. You know, that's kind of what I'm looking at. But hey, yeah, that's what Judge Mo told me. Hey, Real Madrid has always been a powerful team at the European level. They will try all the except they will try all of any way they will try to do it. Yeah, Inter could win treble like Barca. Yes, another. Imagine that 15 years after. Imagine that the 15 years after winning the treble back in 2010. 2010, you win the treble again. That could be dope. I hope so. And Serie A apparently pushed forward, whereas in Europe, you stay back and hit on the break, like versus us last leg second half. Exactly. I'm telling you, it's different. Very different. So, yeah, nah. But either way, I am excited. So let me know your score prediction for the Arsenal Madrid game, or just any prediction in particular before we slowly wrap up. Bastoni and DiMarco to mark out Yamal. Woo! I'll be here for it to prove a point, even though I like Yamal. Hey. Ooh, right now we just got to focus on getting past y'all first, and then I'll start to think about that one. But it's got to be some good games in the semifinal as well. I feel like we've had some good mashups. A lot of the games in the Champions League. Free Sports says 2-1 Madrid. Okay. Says, yeah, we're out. Rasmus says Real 4-1, then win on penalties. Broski? That would be incredible. But I'm letting you know, we will be live for both of those, tomorrow's games. Hopefully Aston Villa can do something amazing. And then after the Inter, Bayern, Real Madrid, Arsenal on Wednesday. Anyhow, oh my God, anyhow. It will be there. It'll be generational. It will be increíble. Muy bien. It'll be amazing. If Arsenal choke, then they got nowhere to hide. Yeah, they better make it through. If they don't, ooh. It says 1-0 Real, Villa 1-1 PSG, Inter 2-1 against Bayern. Yeah. It'll be interesting. But guys, we're gonna end it here. Thank you so much for being a part of this Champions League stream. I was just thinking, why not? Let's do it. To those who joined, big up to y'all and being so active in the chat, especially this time around. Happy Easter to those who celebrate, wherever you are in the world. And I will be back. I'm actually going to be on the Bayern View later tonight. So hit up the Bayern View. Check out that stream later tonight it'll be, I think 8:30 UK. Yes. And I'll be back tomorrow, straight after the Villa, PSG, as well as Barca, Dortmund Barca game. So like this video, subscribe to the channel, join the SFT membership channel. Link for the members is in the chat and also in the description box. Thank you all, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.